was very lucky to receive a grant from MICRA. My proposal was to do a small pilot project looking at what makes rural areas age-friendly. We ran the project in the Upper Calder Valley in Calderdale.
When I first saw the photography project advertised, it was in the local supermarket that said a project is being developed using photography to illustrate how growing older in the valley affects you, and that it was specifically for the over 60s.
I made some photos which I thought said something about my life as an older person in the countryside and some of the problems I'm having. And I found that really very rewarding and a useful way to be able to say what I'd been thinking, but nobody seemed to have asked me.
In rural areas, a lot of the issues for older people are about access, so getting around the area. So if you don't live on the valley bottom, you're really dependent on rural bus services, and they don't extend right across the area. In order to be age-friendly, there have to be opportunities for participation by older people. So I think it's about creating equality of opportunity.
Well, having lived in the US for 32 years, where there's no public transport in any rural areas, transportation was a big factor for me. I'd already been taking photographs of elderly people or people with mobility problems, and that's one of the things that made me move back to the UK. Here you see far more elderly people out doing their shopping, talking to shopkeepers than I ever did where I was living before. People actually go out of their way to help you into buildings if you have mobility problems, and stairways as well.
For me now, an age-friendly rural area would be one where change is more predictable, and I would have a say in some of the changes that are going on. I think participants here will see today in the film we made about this that the village where I live is undergoing a lot of structural changes in the actual architecture of the village, and I've along with other people, I've found this really quite unsettling, and there is some kind of nominal information about what's going on, but it never seems to reflect what's actually happening, and I think it's certainly made me and other people really quite anxious, and I think that is avoidable.